You think you chose to buy that product. But did you? Last week, you saw a water bottle on TikTok. It had 2 million likes. Your favorite influencer used it. 5 of your friends bought it. By Friday, it was in your cart. You felt like you made a decision. But here's the uncomfortable truth. That entire purchase was engineered. Not by humans in a boardroom, but by algorithms that know you better than you know yourself. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the most sophisticated manipulation system ever created. A system that generates over $1 trillion in annual sales. A system that's rewriting the rules of human behavior. This is how social media algorithms control what you buy. Every time you open Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube, you're entering what researchers call the attention economy. And in this economy, your attention isn't just valuable. It's the product. But there's a second layer most people don't see. These platforms aren't just capturing your attention. They're guiding your desires, shaping your preferences, and ultimately, directing your purchasing decisions. According to a 2024 study published in the Journal of Consumer Research, social media algorithms now influence up to 78% of impulse purchases among users aged 18 to 45. That's not coincidence. That's design. Over the next 20 minutes, we're going to break down exactly how this system works. How algorithms decide what you see. How they engineer desire. And most importantly, how to recognize when you're being manipulated. Let's start with the machine itself. First, understand this. Social media algorithms have one primary directive, and it's not to make you happy. It's to keep you scrolling. Meta's own internal documents, released during the 2021 whistleblower disclosures, revealed that their algorithms optimize for what they call meaningful social interactions. But meaningful doesn't mean healthy. It means engaging. It means you stay on the platform longer. Every time you pause on a post, every like, every share, every second you watch a video, the algorithm takes notes. It's building a psychological profile of what captures your attention and what keeps you coming back. Here's what Facebook's algorithm considers when deciding what to show you next. Who posted it? What type of content it is? How recently it was posted? How much engagement it's already getting? Whether your friends engaged with it? And crucially, how long you've spent on similar content before. But that's just the beginning. The real power lies in personalization. These algorithms don't show everyone the same content. They show you content calibrated specifically for your psychological profile. TikTok's recommendation system, which the company has partially disclosed in transparency reports, analyzes over 10,000 data points per user. Your watch time, your replays, your completion rate, your shares, your comments, the sounds you like, the hashtags you follow, the creators you interact with, even the time of day you are most active. The algorithm learns that you watch home decor videos at night, fitness content in the morning, and those 3 a.m. scroll sessions? That's when you're most vulnerable to impulse purchases. The algorithm knows this, and it adjusts accordingly. Research from MIT's Center for Constructive Communication found that TikTok's algorithm can accurately predict your future interests within just 2 hours of usage. 2 hours. That's faster than most of your friends could describe your personality. But here's where it gets truly sophisticated. These platforms run what's called A/B testing at massive scale. Every single day, Instagram tests thousands of variations of how products are displayed. The placement of the "Shop Now" button. The wording of the caption. the thumbnail image, the time it appears in your feed, even the shade of blue used in the interface. When one variation drives more clicks, more purchases, more engagement, that version gets amplified. It spreads to more users. And the cycle continues. According to Pinterest's engineering blog, their algorithms run over 150,000 experiments per year. That's 410 experiments every single day, all designed to make you more likely to click, engage, and ultimately, buy. You're not just using social media. You're being continuously tested on social media. And the algorithms are learning which buttons to push. Now let's talk about how algorithms actually convert your attention into purchases. Marketers have used the AIDA framework for decades. Awareness, interest, desire, action. But social media algorithms have automated and supercharged this entire process. It starts with awareness. You're scrolling through TikTok, and suddenly, a product appears. Maybe it's a Stanley Cup. Maybe it's a skincare serum. You've never heard of it before, but now, it's in your consciousness. You pause for 3 seconds. That's all the algorithm needs. It notes your interest. Over the next few days, you see that product again. And again. Different creators. Different angles. Different contexts. This isn't coincidence. The algorithm is moving you from awareness to interest. Then comes desire. You see someone you admire using the product. You see transformation stories. You see thousands of positive comments. The algorithm has surrounded you with social proof. Suddenly, you don't just know about this product. You want it. Finally, action. A limited time discount appears. Free shipping for the next 2 hours. Only 3 left in stock. The algorithm has learned the perfect moment to strike. And you buy. Let's look at a real example. TikTok Shop, launched in the US in 2023, represents the ultimate fusion of content and commerce. Here's how it works. You're watching a video about someone's morning routine. They're drinking from a specific mug. Mid-video, a small shopping bag icon appears. One tap, and you're looking at that mug. Price. Reviews. Add to cart. All without leaving the video. According to data from Sensor Tower, TikTok Shop processed over $20 billion in transactions in 2024. But here's what makes it revolutionary. The average time from discovery to purchase is 12 minutes. On traditional e-commerce platforms, that journey takes days or weeks. The algorithm collapses the entire purchase funnel. It shows you the product in an authentic context. It provides immediate social proof through likes and comments. It eliminates friction by embedding the store directly in the content. And it creates urgency through flash sales and limited inventory warnings. Neuroscientists at Stanford found that impulse purchases made through social commerce platforms show 40% less activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational decision-making. The experience is so seamless, so frictionless, that your rational mind barely has time to engage. You're buying before you realize you're buying. Instagram took a different approach. Instead of interrupting content with commerce, they made commerce into content. Every image can now be a storefront. Fashion influencers tag their outfits. Home designers tag their furniture. Fitness creators tag their equipment. The entire feed becomes a living, breathing catalog. Meta reported that over 200 million businesses use Instagram shopping features. But here's the algorithm's trick. It learns which products you pause on, which ones you tap for more information, which price ranges don't make you scroll away. Then it curates your Explore page with products precisely calibrated to your taste and budget. You're not seeing random products. You're seeing products the algorithm predicts you're most likely to buy, based on thousands of users with similar profiles who already made those purchases. Research from the Harvard Business Review found that algorithmically curated product recommendations on Instagram convert at rates 7 times higher than traditional digital advertising. Because by the time you see the product, the algorithm has already determined you're predisposed to want it. Now let's dive into the psychological mechanisms these algorithms exploit. And it starts with social proof. Humans are fundamentally social creatures. We look to others to determine what's valuable, what's desirable, what's worth our attention. Algorithms weaponize this instinct. When you see a product with 5 million views and 300,000 likes, your brain interprets this as mass validation. If that many people engaged with it, surely it must be good. This is called informational social influence, and it's one of the most powerful forces in human decision-making. But here's the algorithmic enhancement. The platform controls what comments you see. Negative reviews get buried. Positive testimonials rise to the top. The algorithm isn't showing you an authentic cross-section of opinion. It's showing you the version of social proof most likely to drive a purchase. A 2024 study in the Journal of Marketing Research found that products with algorithmically curated, positive first comment sections saw purchase rates increase by 64% compared to chronologically ordered comments. You think you're seeing what everyone thinks. You're actually seeing what the algorithm wants you to think everyone thinks. Next up, FOMO. Fear of missing out. And algorithms have turned this primal anxiety into a profit engine. Every trending now label. Every people are buying this right now notification. Every only 2 left in stock warning. These aren't neutral information. They're psychological triggers designed to override your rational decision making. Psychologists call this scarcity bias. When we believe something is rare or running out, our perceived value of that item skyrockets. And our willingness to buy immediately, without thorough consideration, increases dramatically. But here's the dark part. The algorithm can create artificial scarcity. That countdown timer? It might reset tomorrow. That limited edition product? It might restock next week. The only 2 left warning? It might be showing different numbers to different users based on their likelihood to buy. According to leaked documents from a major e-commerce platform, their algorithm adjusts scarcity messaging in real time based on your browsing behavior. If you're a hesitant buyer, you see more urgent scarcity signals. If you're an impulse buyer, you see less, because you don't need the extra push. The algorithm is calibrating your anxiety to extract maximum purchasing behavior. Then there's authority bias. We're more likely to trust and follow recommendations from people we perceive as experts or authorities. The algorithm knows exactly which influencers you follow, which ones you engage with most, which ones you trust. And it serves you product recommendations from those specific voices. But it goes deeper. Research shows that micro-influencers with 10,000 to 100,000 followers actually drive higher purchase rates than mega-influencers. Why? They feel more authentic, more relatable. The algorithm knows this. So it doesn't just show you products from the biggest celebrities. It shows you products from influencers whose authority you specifically respond to, based on your past behavior. You're not seeing what's most popular. You're seeing what's most persuasive to you, personally. Finally, scarcity tactics. These are everywhere in algorithmic commerce. Flash sale ends in 3 hours. Limited edition drop. Only available today. Won't be restocked. These phrases trigger what psychologists call loss aversion. We hate losing opportunities more than we enjoy gaining them. The algorithm knows this, and it weaponizes your fear of regret. But notice something. There's always another limited offer. Another flash sale. Another exclusive drop. The scarcity isn't real. It's manufactured. It's a psychological environment designed to keep you in a constant state of urgency. Data from Shopify indicates that products marketed with scarcity messaging convert 2.5 times higher than products without. The algorithm has learned this. So it applies scarcity framing to more and more products, even when there's no actual scarcity. You're making decisions based on false urgency. And the algorithm is counting on it. Let's look at some real-world examples of algorithms driving massive purchasing behavior. Case 1. The Stanley Quencher Cup. In late 2023, this 40-ounce tumbler became the fastest-growing product in Stanley's 110-year history. Sales went from $75 million in 2019 to over $750 million in 2023. What happened? TikTok's algorithm identified early engagement with Stanley Cup content. It amplified that content to users with similar profiles. This created more content creators talking about the cup, which the algorithm then amplified further. A self-reinforcing cycle. Within weeks, the Stanley Cup was everywhere. Not because it was objectively better than other tumblers, but because the algorithm had identified it as high engagement content and systematically spread it across millions of feeds. The result? Sold out everywhere. People camping outside Target. Cups reselling for $200 on eBay. All driven by algorithmic amplification. Case 2. The skincare revolution. Brands like CeraVe, The Ordinary, and Naturium saw explosive growth after their products went viral on TikTok and Instagram. Here's the algorithm's role. It identified that skincare content performed exceptionally well, especially when delivered by dermatologists or medical professionals. So it started recommending more skincare content, which created more skincare creators, which the algorithm then recommended to even more users. But here's the key insight. The algorithm didn't just recommend content. It recommended specific products within that content. If you watch 10 videos about retinol, the algorithm would start showing you specific retinol products. If you engaged with those, it would show you where to buy them. And it would apply urgency tactics to get you to buy now. L'Oreal, which owns CeraVe, reported that TikTok-driven sales accounted for over $300 million in revenue growth in 2023. That's not from traditional advertising. That's from algorithmic content amplification. Look at Amazon's bestseller lists in beauty, home goods, or fashion. They're dominated by products that went viral on social media. The algorithm isn't just influencing individual purchases. It's reshaping entire markets. We've moved from build a good product and people will find it, to build a product the algorithm likes and it will find people for you. So how do you recognize when you're being manipulated? Here are the signs to watch for. 1. You're seeing the same product repeatedly from different sources. That's not coincidence. That's algorithmic amplification. 2. The product appears with urgent language. limited time, almost gone, trending now. These are psychological triggers, not neutral information. 3. You're seeing overwhelmingly positive sentiment with no critical voices. That's comment curation, not authentic opinion. 4. The purchase process is suspiciously frictionless. One tap to buy. Save payment info. The algorithm is removing every opportunity for second thoughts. 5. You're discovering the product late at night or during emotional moments. The algorithm has learned when you're most vulnerable. Here's what you can do. First, implement a 24-hour rule for impulse purchases. If you still want it tomorrow, buy it then. Second, actively seek out negative reviews and critical perspectives. Third, ask yourself, did I need this before I saw it? If the answer is no, step back. Fourth, limit your exposure. Turn off shopping features in your social media settings. Use screen time limits. Remember, every minute you spend in the algorithm's environment is a minute you're being influenced. Look, social media algorithms aren't inherently evil. They're tools. Very powerful tools that can help us discover products we genuinely need and creators we genuinely enjoy. But they're also tools built to maximize engagement and drive purchases, often at the expense of our autonomy and financial well-being. The key is awareness. Once you understand how the system works, you can engage with it on your terms. You can recognize when you're being manipulated. You can make conscious choices instead of algorithmically guided ones. You didn't choose to buy that product by accident. But now that you know how the system works, you can choose with intention. Thanks for watching. If this opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to see it. And remember, the algorithm is always watching. But now, you're watching back.